Extra information on question 22. You have these three systems of equations. You know that these three systems are the same as this. So if you have a question where you are either given your system of equations or simultaneous equations as fractions or as decimals, or a mix of decimals and whole numbers, you shouldn't panic. It's just, in this case, system of equations mixed with basic fractions or decimals you did in primary school. That simple. So we're going to convert them to their own number state. Let's take this first. We have 1 over 8x plus 1 over 8y equals 5 over 2. We'll start with the first equation. We're taking it from fractions, so having whole numbers. To do that, you take the denominators, which are 8, 8, and 2, and find their LCM. The LCM of 8, 8, and 2 is 8. That LCM, you multiply it by the equation. So you have times 8. So this times 8 would affect 1 over 8x, 1 over 8y, and 5 over 2. So we have 1 over 8 times 8, put in brackets, with the x, plus 1 over 8 times 8, you put in brackets, you have your y, equals 5 over 2 times 8. You can make this 8 over 1. The 8 would cancel the 8. You'll be left with 1. It's just simply multiplying fractions. That's simple. So you're left with 1 from these, then you have your x. That's 1x. You can write x plus, also make this over 1. 8 will cancel 8. You'll be left with 1. Then the y. So you'll be having 1y. You can leave it as y equals, you can make this over 1. 2 here, 1. 2 in 8, 4. You'll be left with 4 times 5, that's 20. You can see we have our first equation back. That's x plus y equals 20. X plus y equals 20. We'll do the same for equation 2. We have 3 over 7x plus 6 over 7y equals 12. You can make this 12 over 1. Then the LCM of the denominators, which are 7, 7, 1, is 7. So you multiply the equation by 7. You'll be having 3 over 7 times 7. You put in brackets, you have x plus 6 over 7 times 7 in bracket y equals 12. You can leave it as 12 over 1 or 12 times 7. Still the same thing. Since the 7 doesn't come as a fraction, you can leave it as 12. Here we have 7 divided 7. You'll be left with 3. You have 3x plus, you can make this 7 over 1, same as this. Still the same thing. 7 will cancel 7. You'll be left with 6. You have 6y equals 12 times 7. 12 times 7 will give you 84. You can see we have our second equation. That's 3x plus 6y equals 84. 3x plus 6y equals 84. That's simple. Hope you understand. Let's take the second, which is 0.1x plus 0.1y equals 2. We're taking the first equation. We need to convert from decimal to whole number. And multiplying all through by 10 will convert this from having decimals to whole number. That's simple. It's just that basic conversion from decimals to whole numbers that you learned in primary school. So you have this times 10. And you have to multiply the 10 by each of them. So you can just simply do 0.1 times 10 would give you 1. That you'll be left with 1x plus 10 times 0.1 would give you 1. So you have 1y. You can write y equals 2 times 10, that's 20. You can see you have your first equation back, which is x plus y equals 20. We go to the second equation, which is 0.3x plus 0.6y equals 8.4. You have to move one step, and moving one step means you multiply by 10 to get it out. Since all of them At each in one decimal place, you multiply by 10. So you have times 10. Same thing you've done with the first one. You can write it as 0.3 times 10, put in bracket with the x, plus 0.6 times 10, put in bracket with the y, equals 8.4 times 10. 0.3 times 10 would give you 3, you have your x with it, plus 0.6 times 10 will give you 6, you have your y with it, equals 8.4 times 10. Multiplying by 10 moves the decimal from the middle of 8 and 4 to the back of 4. You'll be left with 84. We have 3x plus 6y equals 84. You can see we have our second equation back. That's simple. For the third system of equations, you multiply equation 1 by 10. Then your equation 2 here is still same as this. So if you have a question where one of the equations carries decimals, just get it off decimals by multiplying by 10 in this case. It could be times 100, but in this case, it's times 10. That's simple. Hope you understand.